Hello, hello. Let me make sure this is all working. One sec. There we go. Oh, right. We gotta do an ad break, right? Yeah, I forgot that right at the start of stream it always wants me to do an ad break. We'll do that just so we avoid pre-roll. So, like I said, if I could get away with it, I'd absolutely love not to have to run ads. It's not even that it's like it's not that I have to. Well, it's not that like I want to run ads. It's like Twitch forces me to. So I need to ask a Valk what they have set up for their bot on their Twitch for announcing when an ad's gonna run. Because I honestly would like that. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. Um, so yeah, I totally would love to do that. But yes, hello guys. I hope y'all are doing well on this fine day. Um, usually I would be bartending right now, because it is 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. So usually today would be the bartending day. you know. But I have decided instead I'm not gonna bartend because Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So I don't want to stay up like super late, even though knowing me, I'm probably still going to anyway because I can't sleep very well. Um, I just didn't want to bartend today, um so we're gonna do, but I have been getting that itch to work on map stuff again, and I kind of have to because I mean, how long do we have till December? We have till next Friday. Actually next Friday is December 1st actually. So oh right, but I won't be in keeping. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I announced this yet, but I will be in keeping this Friday, but I will not be in keeping next Friday. Um because I have to wake up early on Saturday next week for a wedding I'm going to. So I will not be in keeping on December. Well, see, I maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on how things go and what time the wedding is gonna be. Um, we'll see. Also, Yasikari, yes, time for progress. Now I do have the OBS like stuff. I do have the VTubing stuff going on here. I wish I could figure out how to put the key binding for resetting the avatar properly, but we're gonna switch over here. Hello. Oh, that is not going to work. One sec. I I see the errors of my ways. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it this way then. I think. Yeah, this is probably gonna be better. Give me 1 second while I move stuff around here real quick because I might have made a miscalculation. That's fine. So I have so I'm using VC Face for VTubing, right? And it's cool, but the problem is like if I want to reset my like avatar like this, I have to focus in and then it resets it. So I kind of wish I could just like I could like have that on like a keybind that I could just press just in case. But for now, it's like if I see my avatar leaning too much to the left or right, I'm gonna have to do that. So also, is the background music too quiet? I can turn it up if it's too quiet. Also, Hikari, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I have not given you VIP yet. Uh, you cannot hear it. Okay, it is too quiet for you guys. Got it. I will turn that up a little bit for y'all, and I will turn up the actual volume. Because like it's a little loud for me, but you guys probably can't hear it. So okay, maybe you should be able to hear it now. So there you go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are going to work on the Wanderer, as you can so easily tell. Um, so we need to get the map updated for Christmas. Now, I have not actually touched the Christmas update yet. It kind of I don't know why. I've been lazy recently. So we're actually gonna sit down and start doing this. Um, so first things first is we need to get rid of all the light maps because we don't need those anymore because we're gonna rebake it anyway. I'm going to clear all the bake data, and then going to, oh lord, how much of a mess it was here sometimes. Oh yeah, hey, if anyone's familiar with Bakery, does anyone know why my light maps always make like two versions of them? I never understand why there's like a second version of this. I wish it didn't do this, but one day it just started doing it, and I was like, well, that's my reality now, I guess. So that's a bit annoying, but it's just how it is. I think it might be like a directionality thing, uh, but for the life of me, I do not know what setting in Bakery would change that. These are my Bakery settings, by the way, if you're curious what kind of settings I have. So, not too bad, honestly. They work pretty fine. But yeah, no, anyway, so we're gonna start with the terrain. Now, I want to be honest, guys. I think after Christmas, once I update the map back to normal after Christmas, um, well, okay. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna get all the snow set up when we get the decorations set up, um, and then what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have Christmas decorations up until January 1st, and then January 1st we take down the Christmas decorations, but we keep the snow. But honestly, I'm thinking like after I do that update, I'm thinking about just like taking like ripping apart the outside area and just redoing everything, like redoing the terrain, redoing the crater and all that kind of stuff. Uh like I've been getting like an itch to kind of just like work on the outside area more and make it like different cuz like I don't know, it's just something that's been itching for a while. I also realized that one of the biggest flaws with the Wanderer and the terrain is how flat it is, how artificially flat it is. So I've been looking into like how I can fix that, and I know I could like, wonder if that actually works. Oh right, because I have it set to I totally forgot how to do this because I am stupid. I've been looking into like how I could maybe like make it a little bit less flat, so I could like stamp the terrain like that, uh, which honestly isn't actually that bad. It actually does kind of help. So we might actually also do this as well because I do like it when the map isn't like 100% flat. So use like this brush and it's just like actually it's kind of cool how it works, honestly. And then you notice like the black hole over there, it disappears because it gets caught under it, so it's like a little bit annoying. Yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to go back and just like tear apart the crater outside and redo it. Um, it's just something that's been on the back of my head for a while. So, but we're not going to worry about painting the terrain. What we're going to do is I'm going to do the shortcut here, which is here and then here. So what we're going to do is we're going to find where this is. What I like to do, because I just think it's easier this way, is I always just like look up the snow texture I have and then I just kind of plop it in there like that. Um so instead of having to paint the snow, I just freaking, yeah, I just do this. So um it's kind of cheap, I know, but oh yeah, I just realized how bad that looks actually. God, how big the brush was. Wait one sec. No, don't do that. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Brush size, turn that down to like 6. Turn that down, maybe lower actually. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I've had issues with audio in the past. Oh right, yeah. See, this is the problem with like texture resolution. Is a lot of the times it becomes choppy like that. It's small iterations. It's like, ooh, I don't like that. Mimi no likey how choppy it is. You probably won't notice it in game, but I do hate how like much of an edge there is. I think it's because I have to increase like the resolution of the terrain, but then like doing that, it's just like, oh, then it's file size, and it's just like, okay. Because I remember redoing this entire terrain actually. A fun story: I did actually redo this terrain when I did the basement update because there's a hole like in the terrain here. Like there was a hole that I've cut into the terrain for the basement, but I had to make the hole like very specific enough to actually be the entrance. But the only way to do that was to make the terrain smaller, but make it more like more resolution. Um, oh yeah, here's the texture resolution. So like if I were to boost this up to here, yeah, that looks a little better. But then if I do, I would do. What if I do like, nah, that didn't change. Um, height map resolution. Try not to change this stuff too much because I'm a little worried. That's good enough. As long as it's like faded in there like that, I think I can live with that honestly. Now we do have one other thing we can do because we have foliage. Because all of my foliage right now currently has an atlas on it, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here it is. Which I will redo this eventually, but we're gonna do this is we're just gonna replace the texture, and that should make it to where the tree is now a white, which it's a very basic thing. I could make it better, but yeah. Also, we do want the bushes to also reflect like white bushes, maybe like snow on them, because it kind of looks weird just having all these like bushes and ferns, and then they just like are still green. Although I guess it would make sense, but yeah, I don't know. Yes, I do know. I know. I mean, oh right. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, I can't really put it anywhere else because it's gonna block anything regardless. But I guess if I'm talking about stuff in the settings here, I'll have to remember to move myself so you guys can see it. Sorry. Um. Yeah. See, like I said, you guys gotta point stuff out like that because I usually don't realize until like someone says something. So. Okay. Let's see. No, see, don't think that. Like, say it. Like, don't say wasn't sure if I cared for. It's like like you should always point stuff out like that because it's better that I know. Because most of the time I don't know, and I'm just gonna not know unless you tell me. So just tell me. Like, if you think that, then don't think that and just tell me. I'll tell you if I don't want you to tell me, and then for future reference you don't have to. But most of the time, yeah. Now, I wonder if I should like paint grass on these. I should paint it to where like there's no snow on them under them. This is like the detailed part. But then if I did that, I'd have to add the grass layer back here. Which I mean that's just doing this. Let's see, what's it called again? Is it this one? Oh god. Oh, that for some reason did not work. Oh, it's because it's right. I remember now. Oh yeah, because I already had a snow. Right. Okay. Uh. Oh jeez. All right. Well, I guess we'll just like add the grass layer back here like that, and then we'll use that to paint on there, and then when the time comes, we'll just remove it. So let's see. I kind of want to make the opacity like. What if I make the opacity like this much? Oh, it's still kind of. I don't know. I just think this might be like a cool little thing where it's like, oh, the area like under the ferns is like not snowed up, especially for like an area like this where it's like, yeah, most of this is gonna be like not covered in snow. You'll see this in like real life where like areas that like under trees and stuff usually don't have snow on them. I could be wrong. I don't get snow here very often. Um, so it's a very not happening often scenario. Uh, so but when I've had snow here, it's like yeah, sometimes it'll like the tree under the trees will be like clear and stuff, depending on the direction the wind is blowing for the snow. Stuff like this people usually don't notice because they usually like won't be going out and like looking at this stuff physically. But if I ever make that new terrain and new like environment, I do actually make it look nicer, and stuff, because I do like the little details. Snow most likely going to be everywhere. I can rely on the two Canadians in chat to tell me the how snow works, because you guys have experienced it 20 times better than me. So I don't know if this is actually worth doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I think it's cool. No, it just kind of blows around. Well, how about here in the Wanderer, the snow is very light. Actually, speaking of that, you know what? You guys just reminded me. I forgot. I need to enable the snow. Right. No storm sound. Oh wait, I think this is the one. Yeah, Hikari. This is what you gave me, I believe. Yeah. And then I'm trying to find where the freaking heck is the. Oh, here it is. It's all this. Yeah. Okay. So we need. What is this called? Whoa. Is this like the old snow? I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is the new snow, I think. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, I think this was like the new snow that I had made last year. And then I think if it hits the roof, it. Oh, wait, no, because it, Right, because I need to set the collider on the roof to be the thing. Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that. Uh, yeah, but this is technically the snow we have. Okay, so this needs to be environment. Okay, that's what we need to do. Okay. Snow, and then we need to. So we want to take this and we want to make sure it collides with the environments. There we go. So that should ideally, if it hits if it hits that, it dissipates. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's good. That's what I want. So perfect. Also, you may notice, guys, but I did get the fading kind of working on the LODs. You might not notice it in game, but the LODs do fade in now, for the most part, which looks way better in my opinion. So, okay, that's good. It looks nice. We do want to disable the fireflies though. We don't want to disable the fireflies because we don't want those on enabled. We do need to make sure we actually go over here and oh yeah, we can also do the auroras too. Right. Yeah, I've got the aurora. Yeah, I always enjoyed the auroras. I thought they were cool. Although now that we have the new clouds, I just realized that now that we have the new skybox, we do want to also make this. Oh, I can't even click on the skybox. One sec there. Okay. We do have the new skybox now. I don't know if I need to have. Okay, I sure hope that isn't like broken because that don't look right. It's not supposed to be like pitch black like that. I don't think I changed anything with the skybox, did I? Hmm. I'm a little bit worried that something might have broke. So that's not good. Well, we can always bake the lighting and go figure that out later, honestly. It's not too bad. Yeah, because this should just use the cube map, right? Yeah. Does it look good? Does it look fine in the game, actually? Actually, I guess I could just take the camera, actually. Do we even have a camera anymore? I cannot spell, guys. I cannot spell. We do have a main camera. What do you set to? Why is display one not working? That is weird. I don't know why you are not displaying the main camera. Well, I guess I could just click on it and then it should just work. Because right now it's set to a game object. My review. Why are you not working? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite sure. Maybe if I set it to a different display? No. Okay. Maybe I just have to make a new camera, probably. Display one. Yeah, see, that works. Okay, I don't know why the main camera was being weird. Game object, view. Is that working? Okay, let me turn off the new let me There you go. Let me do that. Hmm. I'm not really sure why the skybox is just not working. I'm not gonna worry about that right now because I'm pretty sure it's working, but it's just being like weird. I guess I could just like, whoa, now we have no skybox. Now we have it. Oh, you know why? You know why it's not working? I think I know why. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, there it is. All right. Sometimes like things get like out of focus, and then it just doesn't render the object. So yeah, there's the skybox. Okay, yeah, okay. I was worried for a second there. Um, so what we need to do is we need to get the clouds back in here. Got to get the clouds back in here, guys. There you go. Actually, we might just do. Actually, now that I think about it, we're not gonna do auroras if we have clouds. I just realized that. Um, so we're probably not gonna have the auroras this year. I think, or maybe for a while. Or vice versa, vice versa. We add a weather system, and we can switch between auroras and we can switch between cloudy snow. Maybe we could do something like that. Um, because what I can do is I can like modify the values in here. I believe in like an animator. So what I can do is like when there's no clouds, oh, then the auroras come out, and then when it's cloudy, oh, the clouds come back and it snows again. Um, so that would be kind of cool. We're gonna leave it cloudy for now, and then we'll keep the snow enabled. I'm not gonna set that up right now because we could probably do that later. But that is something I would like to experiment with because the rain system will eventually just be like that. So, oh, okay, yeah. Basically, what you're saying is I should probably just have these have snow and oh yeah, God, there we go. I forgot that the render range is gonna be really skewed because of this. Okay, there we go. Oh, see, I hate when the fucking focus gets like out of focus and stuff, and it like fucks up. Um, Now it's like I can't. Yeah, there you go. I hate when that happens. Have you thought about adding fog? Uh, I have Unity fog, I believe, just like default Unity fog. You can't see it here because I don't have like the lights baked or anything, so there's no. Yeah, I technically have Unity fog enabled. Um, Also, I will note I do have silence fake lights and moon rays in the map, but they're off by default. If you did not know that, they there is an option to turn them on. They're just off by default for performance reasons. Although part of me does kind of want to just make them. Oh, you know what? That's another thing we got to do, by the way. I think we're going to be doing more dev streams this weekend because I need to I need to I need to take this whole thing and just move it into the building. Like just put like a fucking sign right here or something. Because I've been neglecting the fact that I hate when I have to tell people to go back to spawn to toggle stuff when instead I could just take this entire board. Ideally, I could just grab this entire board. No, okay, because it's not all parented. That's kind of the issue is that none of this stuff is all parented together, so it's all just kind of like all over the place. Oh, thank you, Miyazaki. I see those pictures. They look nice. Yeah. Well, see, that snow actually has like depth and stuff, whereas the snow here at the Wanderers kind of just bleh. But I will at least make the bottom of the trees not have snow. That's at the least I can do. Although I'm gonna be real, uh this is not scalable because if I have a much bigger environment, I am not about to go back and just fucking paint every single bottom tree with no snow because that is just unfeasible. Unless I really wanted to do that. Uh you know what? Fuck it. We're not even gonna bother with this actually for now because I think this is gonna take too much work and too much time to sit down and get all this going. So we're gonna remove that layer for now. I'm not even gonna bother with that. I think we're just gonna leave it like this. That's fine. And then we got the clouds set up, and then we could do a weather system later. We're not gonna do that right now though. We're gonna tweak some of the Christmas decorations. here just to get them all set up for the most part. Um, God, I really want to do that now. I really do want to work on the weather system now, I think, but we're gonna do all the other stuff first. So yeah, snow is fine. We'll leave that for now. Um, oh right, one other thing. I need to, I need to, I need to do a thing. Give me a second. God, what was it called? It was what was it called? Snowstorm sounds? No, that's for the bunny. We don't want that. I think it's something Hikari gave me. I swear I have it somewhere around here. Where is it? Is Hikari gave me um that like background sound that we used, and I totally forgot what I named it in the scene. I think it's I'm sorry if I hit my mic, by the way. God, don't you just love it when you like put stuff in the map and then you don't know where the hell it is? I'm gonna have to clean up my hierarchy eventually. Like I said, I'm gonna go through and like erase some of that stuff. Honestly, next year I think. Type in snow. I swear I saw it here. No, this is the bunny, and then this is all that, and then this is the particle. I don't think I named the sound effect snow. I'm gonna be honest. Storm. It might be this, right? Oh no, it's the bunny again. God damn it. It's not that. Winter? No. It's in my hierarchy somewhere. I can find it. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I think it's probably down here somewhere. Yeah, my UI is all a freaking mess, by the way. I think there's like a plugin for Unity I can get that can like let me put folders for my hierarchy just so I can organize things, because my god, guys, default Unity hierarchy is such a fucking mess. It is such a mess. I wish they had like built-in like folder stuff. Why can't I just make a folder and put shit into it and not have to like break stuff because I parent it to an empty game object? I don't understand. Unity, please. Please, Unity, please. And take a sip of my drink. We'll find it. We can come back to it later anyway. It's not that big of a deal. So I just realized something. You know what? I wonder if I can actually just do this now, because I tried doing this before and it didn't work. So this is this is the door, right? Oh, right. Yeah, I can't. So so fun fact, the reason I haven't rotated this door is because I literally cannot, because that's the parent of the door. Now actually, well, this one I can maybe rotate. I don't remember if that breaks anything. I can't remember if this broke something. Oh, we don't want to go that way. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think I tried this before, and it like broke this door because it was like like the door rotates, and if I change the rotation like angle, it like fucks up everything. So that's why I haven't been able to rotate this door, because I basically have to go back to the entire prefab for the building and then go into the project and then rotate this door, which I think I tried doing, but it was like some dumb thing. I gotta go do that though, because I hate that this door opens like up like this. Although the thing that pisses me off is that it should just be as easy as making the door open that way, but for some reason, like no matter how much I fiddle with these settings, like because like I want this to technically be like -90, but the problem is that you cannot do a negative angle. Like it's like it only does positives. Like that's kind of what irritates me. So I can't tell it to like rotate -90 this way, because it can only do like +90. I don't know. It's stupid. It's weird. I don't get it. Because it just doesn't register. I should go into the prefab and just change that, actually. I bet you I could probably program that actually not do that. Yeah, because like these doors all work because they open inwards. And the idea was that this one should also have worked the same way because, you know, this one opens inward and this one should also just open inwards, honestly. But the problem is that the origin point for this door is different from this door's origin point. Because the origin point, it's weird. The prefab's weird. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. It's rotations and stuff fucking suck to do in games. Rotating things suck. It's just bad. It sucks. But it has like these weird like fucking constraints, and I'm not even gonna sit here and try and fix that because I frankly don't want to, because it's awful. Okay, see, now I want to go find that sound effect because it's gonna bother me if I don't find it. Yeah, these are the advertisement posts me other stuff. You can't move it back, so you're only working with positive numbers. I don't know what you mean by that. Like the thing is, this door, like positive 90 is rotating this way, negative 90 is rotating this way for some reason. Uh, despite the fact that it's supposed to just be the same as this door right here. So it's because like the origin points of the door is different and yada yada yada. It's hard to explain. I don't even know it myself, honestly, because like if I rotate this door like this way, as you can tell, it's negative 90 and then this is positive 90. But if I rotate this door, then it's also negative 90. So I don't get it. I can understand. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, I don't get the store prefab. It works. I really had to like wrestle with this prefab to get it working, and then now that it's working, I don't like touch it because it's like, oh, like black magic is what this is. I would have to sit down and do like multiple like tests to figure out how to fix that because it'd be nice if I could just leave it. Um, so, okay, let's see. Dang, what the heck was that? Sound effect. I swear it was here somewhere. Good music, by the way. Um, why are you disabled? Is this particle just broken? Oh, this particle's just broken. That's why. Okay, yeah, that's. Oh, this. Oh no, it's all thing. Oh, you know what? I know why this is broken. So it's doing like a quest thing for this right now. It's hard to explain it, but it's like an editor issue. That's all. It's just an editor thing. Um, I believe that's just something I changed in the project settings. Yeah, yeah, here. I think I actually don't remember what is VRC high, I think, right? I think it was VRC high. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, you can't see it here, but it's because it requires you got to get close to it. It also requires a real light, the light to see it, which we can't see it because I have lighting off right now. So yeah, that's fine. I forgot about that. That's an annoying bug, but it's whatever. Oh geez. Okay. I gotta stretch. There we go. Well, I say stretch, but more like get out of my chair for a second. Um, I'm gonna be honest. Like half the stuff in this, I don't think I even need that. Like I said, my stuff is a mess. It's like one of the things I have to sit down and do. And you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna do Christmas. We're gonna do the Christmas decorations. Okay. So there we go. We're probably just gonna use the same decorations we did last year, but we have to make sure we do some adjustments because I believe that there are some things that might need to be moved around a little bit. Yeah, like for instance, like this thing is not touching it properly, so we need to quickly move this a little bit to the other side here. It's a lot easier said than done, considering Maybe in the future I'll actually go and like redo all the decorations because I always feel like I want to go redo them. Um, that connecting, almost. There you go. I think it would be nice to put more effort into the decorations, but I almost never sit down and actually put enough time to doing it because like I'm only just now touching the Christmas stuff, you know. Like I'm very procrastinating about it, and also I just got busy with other stuff. Um, yeah, it's just kind of the downside to it, you know. But it would be nice to do more things eventually. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, as you can tell, we have so these are all the ornaments from last year. Now we are going to disable everyone's ornaments and then add on the people who have submitted stuff. Because I know that we've gotten new submissions and stuff. Um, but if you have submitted something in a prior year and you want me to reuse it, then by all means you can just tell me and I will just re-enable it. So like Miyazaki, for yours for instance, is here. So there you go. In case you want me to just reuse that again. I mean I'm obviously gonna have to adjust the position of it a little bit, but oh, you said sure? Okay. Then we'll just boop. We'll just do that then. There you go. There's your ornament on the tree. um we still have like a lot of other people's ornaments here that I could re-enable if they wanted me to. Um like I said, now that like ever since I found out about editor only, I just leave stuff in the scene. Because when it gets like when the build gets made for VR chat, the editor only stuff gets deleted, so it's not in the scene in VR chat. So it's very very nice. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much good on decorations. I don't think I really need to touch anything. I think everything is like fine for the most part. I think it's all right. Yeah, I think the decorations are fine. Um, yeah, I think we're fine. Um, I think I just have to like adjust some stuff. Got me in the picture here. Here, we're gonna center this. There you go. That used to be an encounter, but I just don't have the time or patience to sit down and actually full-fledged gritty encounter. Yeah, and then this one is slightly outside of this. So a future update, we are going to move all of these pictures um onto like this wall right here and then this wall going up. Um because this wall is like very barren, so it's like this is like the perfect place to put like community submitted photos and stuff. So ideally, we will sit down and do that sometime soon because I need to make a picture frame and then I need to get the pictures on there and then I need to figure out if I need to atlas everything or if I could just have everything separate. Um, and then I have to be careful about file size because you know if I have too many like I don't know like materials and stuff too. Would be cool if I could have everything as one material and just have like different textures at its sources and stuff. So that would be kind of nice. Um, but I haven't tackled that problem yet. So for the time being, we're not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna do a quick pass over, make sure everything is handy dandy. Let's that going through the wall? No. Okay. Yeah, like I said, getting the actual decorations set up is already done because I did that like last year, which I'm actually kind of happy with how things turned out. Um, so we're gonna just kind of keep it as it is because it's fine. It's not like it's broke or anything. I'm just gonna make sure everything isn't like sized differently. You guys think we should do actually okay, good story. Do you think we should do decorations in the basement? I'm kind of saying I was leaning on like no, so I don't think people are really gonna care. I think like it only really matters for the main building. But I had debated if we wanted to do Christmas decorations in the basement. Um, I might say no to that just because I mean it's gonna take effort. Yeah. Although Hikari, that might change here soon if I actually get the cooking system set up, which I may start kind of doing a little bit of a preview of that actually. Um, I do have to bake the lights though. Yeah, the downside of taking out the light bat make is that if I wanted to actually do a play test, uh, I would have to bake the lights again, which I don't think I want to do that while streaming. Uh, so we're not gonna do that just yet. Trying to think of what else I needed to do. Oh right. Oh shoot, I just remembered. Yeah, fucking Sprite Cranberry. Um, how hard would it be to replace the texture for this? Okay, so we do need to replace the sprite with the Sprite Cranberry. That's definitely something we need to do. I might have to go look at the texture and see if I can just, because this is a texture right here. You guys can't see it, but oh, whoops. Because like this is the texture down here, like this one right here. So all I have to do is just like find a Sprite Cranberry like logo thing that I could just fit into the texture and then just replace it, and that's all I have to do. Uh, library at most, perhaps it's the likely hangout. Um, I'll hold off on decorating the library. It would be cool, I think. Although, yeah, I could. You know what? You know what? Why don't we just try it and see how it looks? Because I think it might look pretty cool. Because we can just do this and then totally not just do whatever the hell I just did there. Uh, bring this down. Because in the fun fact, the library is, if you want to know where the library is in proportion to like the rest of the Wanderer, if you're like standing in the center of the library, you're basically like right at the front door. So if you're standing like right here, you're standing on top of the library, basically. Fun fact, by the way, you didn't know that. So, um, I know. I think Reincarnator would actually really like this. Okay, we want to do that. We want to do. No, we don't want to do that. um, see, that's a little bit too wide. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see the ones that are in here anyway, so it's our little dirty secret, okay? A little dirty secret. All right, we don't talk about that. We'll do one right here. So like a mirrored room apart from the decor. Something like that. I don't know. I just thought you guys might be interested to know like where the basement is in relation to the rest of the building, cuz like so the bar is basically directly above where the washing machine stuff is. So like when I'm standing like right here, I'm standing right above the washing machine. And then over here is the freezer, which is basically just right over here. So yeah, it's interesting. I actually got the proportion. I actually okay. So when I initially worked on the basement, I actually got the proportion of the basement wrong. Um, so you may not know this, but the basement is a little bit more wider on this side, as you can see, because like if you look under it, it goes out a bit further beyond the basement, like beyond the foundation here, which it wasn't supposed to initially happen. And then when I found out, it was like, okay, there's nothing I can do to really fix this. I without basically going back to square one. So we're just gonna live with the consequences of that particular thing. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But it wasn't that big of a deal. It was fine. It could have been much worse. Um, okay, here we're gonna take these three. Gonna move them like one over. Oh, you think that's gonna like? You think that's gonna like take away from the? Hmm. You know what? Why don't we do this? Do it like that. There you go. That's better. That looks a little better. I think if I have it like higher up like this, then it doesn't impede the painting and stuff. So I think that's fine. Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, not high quality stuff going on here. So, is that gonna clip with anything? No. Okay. That could be worse. Yeah. hopefully people don't get too see. Actually, what if I do it like that? Would that look fine? Kind of, yeah. Well, may have to adjust it a little bit, but yeah, that looks fine. I mean, if you're really observant, you'll like look in there and see that it's clipping, but you know, otherwise you'll just see like, oh, it's just like it's going through. Although now that I think about it, it's not really centered anyway, so it's gonna bother me if I don't do it without doing. Hmm. Okay, well, if we're gonna do it like that, then I want to do like this. Do want it there, there. Oh gosh, I hate when I grab like that. Like I said, honestly, like these decorations are old, and I should go back and make new ones, but I neither have the patience nor the willpower to do that. Immick, oh my gosh, hello, hello. The Wanderer is getting festive. Yes, I'm putting up some lights in the basement just because I thought it would look nice. So we're just putting up some lights here quickly. Nothing too fancy, just getting some festive lights set up here, just because I thought it would look kind of neat. And then I think we'll get kind of fancy here, and we'll get like a candy cane. Yeah, we'll get the whole trio here, and we'll just like duplicate this and just bring it down. How about that? Yeah. Yes. I've already made an announcement about it, like at the start of December, but I mean at the start of November. But yes, you still have time to submit ornament. You still have time to submit ornament. So by all means, go give it a try. Okay, that's gonna be like blocking the path if I put it right there. Let's put it down here. Yeah, we'll put it down here. Yes, if you still want to submit an ornament, there's still time. By all means, I highly recommend it if you want to. Everything's on the Discord for those who want to see about that. I'm gonna put it in the corner. How about that? We'll put this in the corner. Corner here. Here. Although I don't want that to clip though. Although now I think about it, it's like I am gonna have to reposition things anyway because it's supposed to be like leaning on something here, so we need to like make it on the wall like that basically, and then just make sure it doesn't clip into the wood pillar there. Yeah, there we go. And just kind of take this and put it like right here, and we'll take that present and we'll put it like right there, and blah blah voila, we got a little festive there. And I think we'll also just duplicate this and put it upstairs as well, because why not? There we go. Oh yeah, so okay, this is gonna be a fun thing to talk about because this just happened before the stream, but what is your guys' opinion on the creator economy, your VR chat? Because that was something that just got announced right before I started streaming. They just announced in the open beta they were releasing the start of the creator economy. So I thought that was really interesting. I did not expect that, honestly. I was not expecting it to come out in the open beta. So that was cool. It was pretty poggers, I guess you could say. Oh, that's floating. I just realized that. Unsure? Yeah, understandable. It's one of those things that you kind of have to keep an eye out for, see how feasible it's actually going to be. Like I know that I could probably have utilize it for like the Wanderer and stuff, because you know we already technically have something in place for like if you pay money, because we have the if you like support, if you like do the Twitch stuff, or if you do the Patreon, then it's like I put your name in the credits for the world. And honestly, it would be nice to do like more things. But honestly, if VR chat, I don't mind it, but I expect like people using it for like private area type stuff. Yeah, oh no, definitely. If you watch the video that they posted, some of the examples they were using was like there's a jet ski world where you can pay the VRChat credits to have like a skin for your jet ski, or like the Super Monkey Ball world that I forgot who made it. Blue, I think Blue made it. Um, where you could like change the skin of the ball and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if you play Roblox, it's basically just Robux. That's what I was saying to some people. I was like, it's basically just Robux. It's literally just Robux. Like, um, because like especially for game worlds, you could pay credits to have like your skin, your the skin of like your weapon changed and stuff like that, which I think is fine. And then yeah, obviously you could have like off limits areas and stuff in your map. Which, by the way, I was thinking about actually, if you did like the subscribe to like my stuff, then I'd give you like I'd probably make like a private room like accessible to like supporters, and that's it. Maybe I don't think that'd be used that much, but I mean, hey, it's like a gift. We still have four, so uh as long as they don't need to buy credit. No, they're never gonna make you. Yeah, they're never gonna do that. That's if they did that, that'd be suicide, like quite literally. Um. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave the library as it is because I think it's decently festive enough. So yeah, um, I think it's got potential. I mean, I think it'd be really neat if I could potentially. Well, I don't want to sound greedy. I'm sorry. Um, like I could see myself using this at the Wanderer because I do the innkeeping every week, so I could maybe look into like what kind of benefits I could give people if they decide to do the subscription thing, or what kind of things they could pay with VR chat credits, which I don't really know what I could do. I know the Black Cat was also an example of in the video, and the stuff you could do with the Black Cat for VR chat credits was like you could change um like I think one of the examples is like you could change the floor to be lava or something like that. um i'm like I'm like thinking about that. It's like, okay, I don't know how I would do that for the Wanderer, but like if I ever actually redid a bit more of the interior, I wonder what kind of stuff you could change if you paid credits for. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. um I just thought that was like interesting for the Black Cat. I mean, Black Cat's quest optimized though, so I mean they've got more freedom to do stuff like that, whereas the Wanderer's a lot more like resource intensive. Which I still need to make the quest version, by the way. We still have not done that yet. Still need to do that though. We'll get around to it soon, I hope. Maybe we'll do a stream where I'm just setting up the project for quest, which I mean we'll see. Okay, I think all the decorations are set up. So we're not gonna. Oh right. Okay, yeah. This is 0.0. We're gonna block the thing. Okay, we're gonna change. Okay, so that's all there. So we're gonna change this here. Also, we're gonna go ahead and quickly set up the event for the basement because I just remembered that's something I wanted to do. Because I think I talked to someone about that. So I'm gonna put this back up. I hate when you duplicate stuff. It just like duplicates it all the way to the bottom. Honestly, God, I need to find a prefab for like better hierarchy folders because I think one of the biggest issues with development for me is like I get so disorganized that I just like my brain turns to mush and it's just like what am I supposed to do? Okay, we're gonna call this the vent to the basement. So this is gonna be so this vent is gonna be the vent to the basement basically. So if you know that this is here, then you can click this and it will take you to the basement instead of having to run down there. I mean, people will still run down there, but this is definitely an option for people who don't want to. And yes, I will remember to do this. And don't change that name. What am I doing? Oh, but yeah, no, sorry. Let me do talking about the creator economy. I can see it being beneficial. I mean, like I said, it really is. It really is just Robux for Roblox. Like if you played Roblox, which I think Hikari, I think you mentioned you played to me at one point. Um, like a lot of stuff you could play like games and stuff in there, and then like you could spend the Robux on like stuff in the game. I think it's basically just going to be that with VR chat, you know? Like that's kind of how I envision this system. But then I think there's also going to be like an extra caveat as well. Um, one thing that I noticed was uh I'm pretty sure sorry, one second, I gotta change this. I'm pretty sure like venues and events, like I could totally see like clubs being behind like a paywall. Like, oh, you want to go to this club? Okay, well, you have to pay this much credits to get in to the instance. Um and stuff, you know? Cuz like you can do I believe you can actually do subscriptions through groups in VR chat. I think that's one of the things I talked about. So you they could totally be a thing where like, okay, if you want to come to this event, you have to join the group, which a lot of events already require you to do, and then you also have to be a subscriber. So you're basically like paying to join the event essentially with credits. Yeah, it'll be interesting because like the thing is, I think this system has a lot of potential because it is basically an avenue for creators on VR chat to actually make a living doing this, you know? Like cuz I mean, I imagine people on like well, I say people on Roblox, but I mean, I think the only people on Roblox that are making a living making Roblox content are like the top end people that are making like the most popular games. And honestly, I think VR chat's probably going to be the same way. Um I do think that the only people that'll actually be able to like sustain a living doing like VR chat content are the people that have already done VR chat content that's really popular, which is fine. Um because you know like they're already I guess those people technically already are making a living doing it because they have like Patreon and stuff, you know. Um so the people that are already making a living making content for VR chat will definitely benefit from this being a bit easier, but I do think this will also help with other people as well because um I don't know. It's just like it's harder to get people to leave the platform to go use a payment service somewhere else and stuff, you know? Um like think about it. Would it be easier for you guys to just like sus- subscribe or support via VR chat in-game currency, or would you want to like go to a different like platform like Patreon and pay there? Well, I guess it depends. I don't know. I'm just speaking on my butt right now. You know you know what I mean? I'm just speaking for my booty. Well, I mean, it looks like what 50% goes to the creator. So, like, I guess, I'm gonna make an assumption here. So let's say like 100 VR chat credits is $1. So if somebody spends 100 VR chat credits on something on your map, then that's $1 that's gone into the system. So you'll get 50 cents out of every dollar, whereas and the rest will go to like the other two. Um, I think in terms of like other games, 50% is actually not too bad. I'm not sure. I think there. Well, I don't know what game it was. Where it was like a 70% you get, 30% they get. I don't know what Roblox is like. I think Roblox actually has like a worse ratio for developers receiving the Robux and stuff. I'm not sure. I would not know. I could be wrong. Um, honestly, I mean 50%. Yeah, that's definitely debatable. I think it's better than. I mean, I think anything lower would be worse, honestly. Because like if they don't make it to where you're getting the most out of it, then it's gonna be bad. So it's good for them to make the highest proportion go to you, which is good. Now I don't know if 50% to you is good like standard wise. Um, I have literally no idea or no frame of reference that I can really base it off of. Uh, Depends on how many creators they think they need the system. Um. Oh no, I no no no. Okay, so here's the thing. I definitely think people are gonna adopt this because like they can earn credits from their creations and stuff, and then they can use those in other maps for fun. I think it's gonna take a little bit for it to pick up, but I do. Oh my god, what did I just break? But I do think it's gonna pick up, honestly. I can see. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but it is definitely going to pick up because it is just. I think it'll be fine. Uh, this goes here. This goes here. Wait, so this one will teleport up here. So this vent will teleport up here, right? Yes. And then this vent will teleport down here. Yeah, okay, okay, we got it working. Okay. So we now have a vent in the basement that will teleport you down, and then you can teleport back up. So yep, there's another avenue of fast travel for anyone who knows how to use it. So yeah, that should work. I'm gonna run an ad, by the way, one sec, because I have to. I'm getting DM'd. Oh, oh, Emic's DMing me. Emic, oh my gosh, thank you. I don't know if you're still watching, but I got your ornament. I see it here, so. So I was reading what Tricky was posting. Why get $2.50 for support out of the $5 when you could get $4.75 from Patreon? I think it's about convenience, honestly. You probably benefit more from having this inbuilt into VR chat because most people maybe how do I explain this? It's definitely a convenience thing because then they don't have to leave the platform. They can just use their credits for your services and then get the perks. Now, you could give more benefits to people that go through Patreon, but then that wouldn't be like hooked into Udon functionality. Because like I said, VR chat subscriptions will be hooked into Udon, which means that you could just have stuff baked into the map without having to like update anything. Because for context, I have to like update this list over here of supporters like every month. But if I just have it to where it's VR chat subscribers, then um it could just do it automatically for me. Which honestly, we may see. We may see. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a convenience thing. Because like on the creator side, it's like, yeah, I'll get more money if they go through Patreon, but I imagine I might actually get more because I do it through VR chat because more people will be likely to do it that way, instead of going on the Patreon. Because honestly, I think people would be more willing to spend credits than they would be to spend real money, even though technically they spent real money on the credits. It's weird. I don't know, but that would be my answer. Okay, what do we need to do? Okay, we got the decoration set up, right? Okay, I need to make sure I clear the occlusion culling because I know for a fact we got to rebake that anyway later. We kind of got the decoration set up here. Do I have the Santa chair set up? I don't have the Santa chair set up. I can't type with one hand. I swear to God. Yeah, here it is. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So, Spoopy Whoopy, I just remembered that, I don't have a, I don't have a, that's fine. That's fine. We can live with that. Also, we're going to close curtains. We're gonna disable this. We're gonna disable this for now because I don't. When Shaggy Claws comes, I don't want this to be something that closes off. Also, we're not gonna put a whitelist on this because when we do Shaggy Claws, I'll just if anyone's sitting on the chair, I'll just tell them to get off, and if they don't get off, I'll just kick them. That's what we're gonna do. Because like now that we have groups instances and stuff, we'll have more people moderating, and like I mean I'll also be able to moderate, so it's like, if anyone's like trying to sit on the chair, I'll just tell them to get off. So okay, so I think we're pretty much good on. Okay, let me raise that a little bit. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're good on decorations. I don't think we really need anything else, honestly. I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're good. We still have to bake the light maps, but I think this is fine for now. Oh, right, and we need to I did this last year, but we need to take how did I do this last year? I did something. What was it? It's like a really easy. Oh, right. I need to right. I think I just do. No, that's definitely not what I do. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So the normal maps keep the definition of the roof, but then I can just put snow on it. So now we have so the normal maps make it still look like it's snowed on. So, yeah, that'll work. I hope it'll be less laggy this year. I think they've done performance updates to VR chat to help with that. But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, safety settings are your best friend. So, I can't say that enough. But I do think it's a little bit better performance wise now than it was last year. So, uh, also I'll hopefully have all hands on deck for moderation. So, this year, if somebody sees like someone using a really bad avatar, I'll just tell them, listen, um, it's gonna be chaotic. So if you see someone using like a really bad avatar or like a really performant avatar, I may just give people the green light to just kick them. Um, because I'll probably make it like known in advance, like in terms of promotion. I'll be like, listen, we're doing Shag Calls tonight. As a result, we're going to be stepping up moderation. So if you're using a laggy avatar, then yeah. Also, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I need to update these power lines. You don't really notice it, but these power lines fucking suck. We're gonna update them eventually in the future. But for now, I think they're fine. For now, at least. Yeah, we'll be ready for Shaggy Claws. I'm excited for it though. Also, I just realized that if I don't inkeep on Friday next week, they'll only have 2 inkeeping sessions in December because December 15th is going to be the last the last. Wait, is this the 15th, right? Yes. So for context, by the way, December 15th is going to be the last session of inkeeping for 2023 because after that I will be basically going on break. So um I will probably still inkeep next Friday, but I might have to leave a bit early depending on how things go. Because, like I said, next Saturday I'm going to a wedding, so we'll see, we'll see. Um, I'm excited though. I'm excited. I don't know, guys. Shaggy Claws is such a freaking fun thing. Like, I love that we've like developed this like yearly event that kind of just like happened spontaneously one year where me and Sam were just like joking about it, and then he actually made an avatar, and then now we have like a yearly tradition. I think it started in 2020, actually. Was it 2020? I think it was December 2020. That was the first Shaggy Claws, right? Or was it 2021? I feel like it was 2020. Um, I'm pretty sure it was December. It was 2020, December 2020 that we did the first Shaggy Claws. Because I know we did it last year, and I know we did it the year before that, but I can't remember if we did it on 2020. I'm pretty sure we did. I think if I go back and look at screenshots, we definitely did 2020 December. Um, but yeah, it's pretty good. I always enjoy it. Um, oh my gosh, what do I need to work on now? Oh geez. Okay. So we do have the Sprite Cranberry. We still have to do. Okay. We could do the weather system, maybe. I think you know what? You know what, guys? We're gonna do that. We're gonna work on the weather system because I can't think of anything else to work on. And what am I doing? What is going on? Why are you importing something? I didn't even click anything. What is it importing? Oh, I accidentally moved the folder inside of the events folder. God damn it. Fuck. Why you do that? Oh my gosh. Am I freezing Unity? I think Unity might have froze. Oh my god, Unity, please. Thank you. Okay, we need to put this back in the main folder because that's not where I wanted to move that. Also, I'm gonna grab my taco here real quick. I do have a taco, by the way. Um, I totally didn't go to Taco Bell earlier today and get a taco. So I hope you guys can't hear this. Totally not opening up the wrapper. I'm a sucker for tacos. I'm a sucker for the party pack from Taco Bell. I never get anything at Taco Bell except the party pack. I always get the party pack, by the way. Why do I get the party pack? Because I get 12 tacos. And they're just like, they're not bad tacos. They're pretty good. Good, you can't hear the wrapper? That's because of my, the video broadcast really cancels noise. It's really nice. All right, so what we're gonna do is first off, I need to minimize everything. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think I'm gonna go look into like getting a folder schema set up for the Wanderer, where I can get like some kind of plugin that lets me make folders. Because if I could make folders in the hierarchy, oh my god, I would be so happy. You have no idea. Like, because everything's just like, it's so disorganized. I hate it. Okay, so okay, well, let me take another video. Wait, so I gotta 1 sec. Christmas the Wanderer 2020 has yeah. Oh, I forgot about the. Oh my god, I'm so glad you reminded me. I'm eating a taco. 1 sec. I'm really hungry. I'm sorry. If you see me like do this, it's because I'm eating a taco. Yeah, baby, 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 baby. Oh, let me okay. Let me eat this. Let me finish this before I start talking. I'm sorry. 1 sec. I'm so sorry. That's gross that I'm eating on stream. I know. I just can't help myself. I'm really freaking hungry. I love that video. That Christmas 2020 video. Because like I was really into video editing at the time, and I took every single innkeeping session of December and I made basically a mega highlight video of the innkeeping in December, and I had like a little story narrative going on. Oh man, I always liked that video. That was great. I'm gonna be honest, if I could be real for a second, I kind of hate that I'm very inconsistent with making videos, but it's one of those things where it's like when it comes to working on creative projects, I'm very much the kind of person that I can only really work on like one thing at a time. I can't really like juggle projects very well. I have to be like focusing on one thing. Um so sometimes I'll get like phases where it's like I want to do video editing and I do video editing, and then I'll get phases where it's like okay, I'm working on something else, so I'm not going to do any video editing because I just don't have the motivation to sit down and work on video editing when I'm working on something else. So if you ever wonder why my videos are so inconsistent, it is because I am a very inconsistent person when it comes to working on projects. Okay. Weather. So, we do have a way to do this actually. I wasn't break anything. Does that break to scaling? No, it doesn't. It breaks to position. Okay. So we do technically have a parent object for weather, which is pretty good actually. So this is gonna be a good basis for our weather system. So this object will be the basis of the weather system in terms of the animation components. I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna have. Jeez, I'm trying to think of how I can like modularize this because we're gonna use an udon graph, to kind of like what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an udon graph, and we're gonna use the udon graph to determine what season it is, and then that'll be like a checkbox for a Boolean variable, and then that'll be how we determine what kind of weather events will happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take stuff inside of this weather event and we're going to organize them a little bit. So we're going to, for example, I don't know why I duplicated that. We're going to call this one Fireflies Parents, and we're going to take all the Fireflies and we're just going to slap that into the Fireflies Parents. Because I do want them to actually, yeah, okay. Also, I am going to eventually update the Fireflies particle. Also, have I not had the Fireflies particle on this entire time? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've noticed the Fireflies in the Wanderer recently. Did I have it off this entire time? Oh, geez, I really hope I didn't. Well, anyway, if I did, then oopsie. Uh, yeah, we'll figure that out. Um, no, you turned it off earlier. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was worried that I had it off this like all like for the past couple months and I didn't realize it. All right, so I'm gonna Fireflies. We're gonna do snow. We're eventually going to also have a section for rain as well. Which actually, now that I think about it, we don't need this old snow particle anymore. We just need the new snow particle because we only have one snow particle, so it's fine. Okay. The frickety frack is this. This is, I think this is the this is useless is what this is. Um okay. Skybox, and then we don't need the clouds anymore because we have a skybox for that. And then I guess we'll also crack into here the auroras, because we can also include auroras in the weather system as well. Auroras. Did you guys know that auroras in the southern hemisphere aren't called aurora borealis? They're called like aurora australis. I thought that was a neat little fact I found out recently. Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right. So, okay. We've got this and we've got everything organized here. So now what we need to do is we're definitely gonna do this via an animator. Well, we could do an animator or we could do Udon and then just use that as like the basis maybe. I see, the thing is, the way I see it, we're gonna have a condition where it's a public checkbox, like it's a public boolean variable that I can check on and off and say, is it fall, is it summer, is it winter, is it spring, you know? So when I update the map for the seasonal stuff, I can just check off a box and it will just automatically do the weather events, right? So we're gonna definitely make that. And then what that means is that that those conditions will then be used to determine what kind of parts of the Udon graph will be executed at certain times. Or I could just make separate Udon graphs and then like have a global Udon graph that picks which one to fire, depending on the condition that's met. We then need to have some kind of timer, because what's going to happen is that, like, you know, the weather's going to happen and then we'll have like an internal timer, and then when the timer reaches 0, it'll decide if it wants to stop the weather event or if it wants to keep going. You know, it'll like do like a flip of the coin kind of thing, you know? So for instance, if the weather is set to winter, then it will decide between having a cloudy sky, like well, is that actually cloudy? That should be cloudy, right? Where's the cloudiness? Yeah, here. So the cloudiness is like set to max right now, right? But it will decide between having a cloudy sky and snow or having a open sky and auroras. You know, like we're gonna definitely do it that way. Because how cool would it be if you're like sitting outside and then you look up and you just kind of see like the clouds dissipate, and then you just kind of see the moon rays and then you see the auroras come out of nowhere. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. It would be cool if this skybox had auroras built into it. Actually, I would absolutely love that, but I don't think it does, and I'm that's fine by me. It could be worse, I guess. Um, yeah. So then like it'll decide what weather events to do. So for winter, we're gonna probably have two. We're gonna have snowing, and then we're gonna have clear skies, and then it will decide between which one it wants to do. So we're going to keep this particle on and we're going to play it on start and we're going to make sure it loops. And then what we'll eventually do is actually not play on awake. No, we want this particle to play when we tell it to play. And then we want to tell the particle to stop playing when we want it to stop playing. So instead of playing in the moment that it's activated, it plays when we tell it to play, which will be when it decides to do the weather event. So, okay, how are we gonna do that? Let's see. Um, I'm trying to debate because like I know I could do this in an Udon graph, or I could do it in the animator. Well, I'm gonna do both probably because the animator is probably gonna control what's playing and what isn't playing, and then do the transitions between the animations and stuff, which is going to be a requirement because obviously we want things to play properly. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Now, first off, before we start getting into this, I'm gonna go quickly use the bathroom and go get a drink because I am thirsty. So I will be right back real quick, guys. Just give me a moment here because I really gotta use the bathroom. So I'll be right back. One sec. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I was like, I went to go get a drink and then use the bathroom, and the cats had a little bit of a problem, so I had to go deal with that. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've talked about the cats too much since I've got them. For anyone curious, uh, sorry, my friend said me something funny. Sorry, I was like, um, you know, for anyone who remembers the cat saga where I rescued the two kittens, they've been doing pretty good. They are currently almost 6 months old at this point. They're big boys. They're getting there. The big boys. They're getting big. They're good boys. I'd say go deal with something. Okay. Anyway, back on the mindset. So having a weather global parent means that we can have the animator set up so that we can switch between different branches of the animator for different seasons. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by making we're gonna start by making we're gonna start by making an animation for winter, and then for the two parts of winter. Okay, here I'm just gonna do it. Actually, now that I think about it, if it's one animator, then it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Here, we're gonna. I kind of think I have like an idea in my head of how this is gonna work, but we're gonna have to play around with it a little bit. But ideally, this system will be modular, and we can just add on to it with other weather events, and then the Udon graph should hopefully handle um the timer and the conditions for like which ones will play. So excuse me. Sorry, I'm taking some of my drink. Excuse me. So we're gonna die in lethal activities. Ah, yeah, Lethal Company. I had a lot of fun playing that last night with the boys. Very fun game. You have fun with that, mate. I was tempted to play some tonight, but I might wait till like tomorrow or something, maybe, to play more of it with them. Maybe. Well, I want to play more at Sam and them, but I don't think Sam and the others are gonna be doing it Thursday or anything like that. I do have another friend of mine who has it that I might end up playing with. So whether okay, here we go. So here's how we're gonna do this. So okay. So we're gonna start with I'm trying to like conceptualize this in my brain because we're gonna need specific animations for when the idol of the weather is playing. So like we're gonna need one for the snow, for the auroras, for the fireflies, and then for the specific weather events. Like okay, so the skybox needs to be like this cloudy, and the skybox needs to be this cloudy, stuff like that basically. Um, and then the Udon graph should hopefully handle the transitions between those weather events based on the timer and the triggers that it sends to the animator, because I can send a specific trigger name to the animator, and then that will then trigger the next event and stuff. Now we'll see how feasible that works. And also I kind of wanted to sync, so that means we do have to also send it to the owner, so that's going to be its own little debacle, which we'll worry about later on once we actually get the actual thing working. Uh, so, all right. So first off, we're going to start by making a event. We're going to start by making the animation for snowing. That's going to be the first one. So what we need to do is we need to take the new snow particle. We need to take the particle system, and then we need to where's the see? Here's the problem with this stuff. It's like I have to scroll through it to find what I want. I just want to make the particle system play. I have to find the button for it. I think there's a specific element here that lets me just play it. Yeah, there's looping. We already got that. QRS T U MNOP. It's MNOP. No. Where's the play button? Isn't there just like a play button for this? Okay, this is looping. Mission enabled. Oh my gosh. Cycle count. No, I don't want any of this. Oh boy. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit harder than I thought. Although I could just do this and then I could go. I could do shoot. Hmm. How do I tell the particle to play in the animation? Okay, maybe in this case we might actually have it set to play awake, and then we'll make it to where the particle system is enabled. Maybe. Um. Hmm. I guess if we turn off the emission, then you won't actually see the particle playing. Although I think at this see no at the see but the thing is, um, I kind of want it to be like if it's snowing, then you'll see the snow until the particles. Fuck. Okay. Heckin' doo doo, guys. I'm gonna have to figure this out. How do I just tell this to play in the animator? Because I just want this to like play. Like, is there just not like an animator section for play the particle, or am I just like freaking doo doo right now? Renderer, no. There's all these settings, but like none of them I think are useful for me. I just want the one that tells it to play and not play. Um, I guess if we go to like to particle, maybe. No, I don't care about rotation. No, there is no particle. No, because this is the particle. Start delay, maybe. No, that's not the one I picked. Wait. Oh my gosh. I wish someone who knew about particles was in this stream right now so they could tell me how to freaking do this. Oh my god. Um, let's see. Because like okay, so I know in Udon there is a node for the playing the particle. So I could just do this in Udon where it just plays the snow. But I don't want to do that because I'd rather just have an animation that tells it to play. Um, okay, like honestly, I could just have it to where it plays on awake, and then I just click the button, and it just like automatically like I just click the enable and disable, and then like that would work. But then what sucks is that when it transitions to the next, oh, you know what? Actually, no, we could do it like this. Actually, okay, hold up. So, we are going to do it this way. So we're going to have it so that it enables the snow, and then we're going to set the skybox. Okay, good. This is a okay. Good. It does have cloudy. It does have cloudy. It's okay. I was worried for a second it would not have cloudy. And then we're gonna set the cloudiness to what is the cloudiness set to? 1. Okay. So ideally, when it's set to snowing, the snow will just be enabled like this, and then it will have the sky. Okay, so that's step 1. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to um make the animation for the auroras and no snow, and then we're gonna make the animation transitions between those, and then we're gonna make sure everything works because what's probably going to have to happen is that in this entire weather system, if I want to add like a new stuff to it, then it's like I have to add the other parts of it as well so that uh, when this animation is playing, then it won't be playing anything else. And I have to specifically tell it in the animation not to play that. I know that probably doesn't make any sense when I explain it, but hopefully it does. Okay, so next up, we're going to do auroras. So we are going to literally just take see, it'd be cool if I could figure out. It'd be so cool if I could figure out like how to just tell the emission to start playing. Cycle time, repeat, cycle probabilities time. No, I don't care about bursting. maybe a mission enabled, and no, but does that tell it to play though? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look up this later. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay. So next we're gonna do Aurora. Oh, also, yeah, I forgot I could just is it is it active? So I forgot that if you hold down shift when you click, you don't get like forced out of this page, which is really nice. Um, so I've been trying to use that more. So yeah, so we want to enable those three, and then we want to take the um, sorry, no, we want to take the cloudiness. Wait, wait one sec, wait. I want to make sure. Okay. We want to take the auroras, and then we take the cloudiness, and we want to do the same thing we did earlier, which is mesh renderer cloudiness. We want to set that to 0. Yeah, so right now, we have snowing, which will make the cloudiness go up, and then also new snow will be set to enabled, which will be snowing. So when it's like this, that means it'll be snowing. And then when it's like this, that means the auroras will be out and about doing their thing. Uh, so that's going to be how that is. So now if we go into the animator, as you can see, it's just like this. Um, so what we're going to do is if this is going to be the global animator for the weather event, then we probably need to have a we probably need to have an empty no we probably need to have a default state that is literally just like, okay, what is everything going to be like at first, and then once the season toggles go into place here, like I'll do like this, like so we do this, so we want to call this default weather state, right? So this will be like where the weather event starts, and it's like, okay, once we go to here, then it's like, okay, let's say we have these two here, and these two are transitioning between each other. But then when the world starts and the udon graph is set to like, oh, winter is enabled, like is a boolean equals true, then it's going to be like, okay, that means we need to go here to these ones. So it'll start by basically, actually I think what we'll do is it'll start when it snows, and then it will transition between it. um so that's basically the idea I'm getting. I'm kind of like seeing here is like, okay, we have like snowing, and then once it goes here, then it won't transition like back to anything else. Um, so yeah, and then I guess any state would be good if like maybe like a late joiner joins and I need to be able to trigger here. Although in my mind, I could use this as like instead of a default one, it's like, well, no, I'll do a default one. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to really test this and see if the system like works. Um, we don't have any triggers yet because we won't set those up until we set up the well, actually, I guess we could. So if we do, so we have a winter boolean, and we're gonna set this to be winter boolean. So if winter boolean is true, then it'll go here. And then what's gonna happen here is I think we're just gonna have a trigger, and it's gonna say change weather. And what's gonna happen is that when the change weather trigger is activated, it'll switch the weather event between these two. Um, Now, what I'm gonna do is we're going to make a transition animation between these two, where it's like, okay, if it's going from snowing to auroras, then we want to like phase out the snow, and have the clouds like start coming in and stuff, and then vice versa. Which, by the way, that just means I need to um I think yeah, it's gonna have to be two different animations, because we have a snowing to aurora transition, and then we're gonna need a aurora to snowing transition. So basically these are just gonna be the same thing but flipped. So we're gonna do snowing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this stuff. We're gonna take that, and then we're gonna take So what we want to do is we want to make it to where over the course of like 20 seconds, like it'll transition. So it'll go from Snoring to Aurora. So when it goes here, it'll go to 0, and then it'll like yeah, like it'll phase out. Although the thing I don't like about this is like you know what? Maybe we should do emission instead of active, because then oh no, I don't know, because like if I just disable the emission of this particle, is that basically just gonna do the same thing as like if I play this and I do that, yeah, then it just vanishes. What I want is I want it to stop playing and then like finish the particle it's currently on. Or hypothetically, I could just disable looping and then that should just yeah, okay. Okay. That's probably how we're gonna do this. Okay, okay. So um we gotta change the plans here. So instead of new snow active, we're actually gonna take the new snow and we're actually going to disable and enable looping. Because that means that because like it'll loop the animation of the particle, but if we disable the looping, then that means that oh god, that means it'll play the animation of the particle and then it won't loop it, so it'll play it and then stop. And that's basically what we want to happen. Now, I will have to test this later on to see if it actually will re-enable when I enable looping again, because for all I know, it might not. Yeah, so here, we do this, and then, yeah, like it goes to here and then it stops. So we're going to take this. We're going to go snowing. And instead of this being active, we're just going to do this. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Oh, man. Okay. So that's good. So if it's snowing, that means cloudiness is 1 and looping is enabled. If it's auroras, that means the auroras are active and the cloudiness is set to 0. If we're going to go from snoring to auroras, then that means that we're going to disable looping and we're going to slowly, gradually phase out the clouds, which won't be that fast, actually. That's a little bit too fast. Maybe we'll do like let's see, like 10, maybe like 10 seconds, maybe. Yeah, we'll do like that. So like we'll do like a slow, gradual fade out. Like you may notice it start to fade. Yeah, there you go. So it'll slowly start to fade out, and then the snow will stop falling, and then after that, yeah, it'll all go down. And then after that, it'll transition to the auroras, and the auroras will then have the auroras enabled and the cloudiness set to 0. So that should hopefully just stick. And now we're going to copy this and we're just going to flip it. So we're going to go from aurora to snowing. So instead of particle looping, well, we're going to enable particle looping, but then we're also going to disable the auroras. So although we could just do looping as well. Actually, fuck, now that I think about it, maybe we should just do the looping instead of disabling it, because I think the particle, these ones still have like the same thing too. Like that plays, but then if I disable looping, then it just like actually wait, what happens if I yeah, okay, wait. Yeah, so if it's still going and then we disable looping, then it might like phase out weirdly actually, because it is technically like a sprite thing. So if we just disable looping, then yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just keep it like this, then that's fine. I think it's probably better anyway, because what's gonna happen is I think the clouds are gonna come in and then we're gonna disable the auroras. Maybe it would be cool if I could like fade them out and then fade them back in. Like fade them out, fade them back in, Actually, I wonder if like we do this, right? And then what if we is there a way I can like turn that down a little bit? No, so the problem with the clouds is that they're on the skybox, so they always will render like above the auroras. So like I'm trying to think like, okay, is there a way I can like phase these out? Because it looks like if I just do looping, it just disables it. So it's like, okay, maybe I could do like um maybe some kind of system that maybe cuts it off. Ooh, or we could do that actually. That might work. Um okay. Okay. I think we got something going here. So let's take this and let's make it like 10 seconds like that, right? Um, so we're going to keep looping off, and then I think around like this point, we're going to enable the looping, and then we're going to yeah, to snowing, because then this will be 0, right? Yeah. That should just like enable the cloudiness. And that should just enable the looping of the particles so the snow will start to come in. But as like right around here, what we're gonna do is we're going to take the auroras, which actually let me quickly just re-enable them because they would be enabled to this point. We're gonna take the auroras and we're going to here we're gonna do this real quick. So we're gonna set them to alpha 1, and then around like 3 seconds we're gonna set them to alpha 0 like this, right? So like that's there. So basically when this oh my gosh, if that'll just like play fully, um like that's playing. There's no clouds in the sky, and then when I press it, the aurora starts to fade. Yeah, look at that. That looks nice. Ooh, that okay. Wait, no, wait, because I'm trying to think of like why this isn't kind of working. Yeah, so it's one. I think it'll work. It's just like the scene view is weird, so yeah, that's a little weird. But ideally, the aurora will be playing, and then it will fade to nothingness, and the clouds will start to come in, and then right around this point is when the snow will start to fall, and then that's to just transition to the next animation just fine. Um, so yeah, and then we're just gonna have to do that for all 3 of these. So we're gonna have to just take this, and we're gonna have to set that to here, and then I take this one and we're going to do the exact same thing like that. And then we're going to go here and we're going to set that to not that, whatever I just did there. Whoops. Set that to alpha and set this one to also be alpha. There. Now, what this means is we won't be disabling them. We'll just be making them invisible. So I'm not sure if that'll impact performance, but ideally, oh, see, now I'm worried about like alpha transparency issues. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll also just disable them right after this. So we will literally just turn them off. Like we'll literally just like actually just turn them off, just to be safe. So we'll turn them off. So like they'll play, they'll transparent, and then they'll turn off. And then oh, what is this? No, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Or yeah, so the auroras are on, they fade out, clouds start to come in, the auroras disable after turning transparent, and then the clouds coming in, the snow starts to come in, and then the snow and clouds are fully in, that goes to snowing. Okay. And then this one is where it's going to be flipped. So uh, now we have to basically do the inverse of what we just did here, which I'm just going to quickly just copy like all of this because I don't feel like making all this again. Um, okay. So now the auroras are going to be off by default, and their max is set to 0, and the skybox cloud is set to 1, and the particle is set to nothing. Yes. Okay. Um. So disable that. Go here. Turn that here. Um. Okay. Here. So we do it like that, like right there. So now on this end, that means that the game objects are active and they're all set to 1, and the sky mesh is set to 0, and there's no looping. Um, so what we'll do is cloudiness is slowly going down. So at this point, looping will be turned off right about here. And then right as that's turned off, we'll go about here, which will then turn all these back on. And at this point, they're still set to 0. And then they'll get set to 1. So yeah. So basically, clouds and the snow will be playing, and the clouds will start to fade away. The looping will be turned off, so the snows will go away, and then the skybox and then the aurora variations will be turned back on, and then at this point they'll start to gain their transparency back, and then they should just fully show, and then hopefully that should just transition into I wish there was like snapping. See, the one thing I don't like is sometimes it's just like I don't get why there's like a weird blip right here. Why is it like going up and then down? Like nothing I do changes that. What the fuck? I guess it won't be that noticed anyway. And if it is, it's just like, whoa, the clouds came in for a split second and then went away. Okay. Oh gosh. Like I said, it's gonna take a lot of animating, and then the Udon graph will control which ones actually play. So yeah. Um, Clouds start to dim. The snow stops falling. The auroras are enabled. They're up. They start to come back into phase, and then yeah, that should just do that. And then that should be a good transition. Now, the one thing I'm worried about is like it won't. I'll have to see how this works in testing, but like I said, ideally, what will happen is just in this like system, which I wish this would like, yeah, let's do like that here. Um, in this system, the snowing will go here, then go here. So these won't transit into each other, and then the aurora to snowing goes here. Um, so ideally, what will happen is that this will be a trigger, and this will be a trigger, and then the aurora should be looped, and the snowing and these will not be looped. Now we are gonna go ahead and quickly just not set an exit time, and that's fine, even though it gives me an error message because I haven't made this because it needs a transition. Oh, okay, wait. No, these do have exit times, sorry. This doesn't have an exit time. So you should be able to exit out of this anytime. Yeah. There you go. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So this is basically the crux of the winter system, weather system, right? So it's like we'll add like raining and stuff as well eventually, but the idea is that okay, um what what season is it? Oh, it's winter. So winter is set to true, and this will just loop. Uh so this should just like ideally just loop, and then it'll transition to here once that condition is set, which ideally when the world is created it should just make this. So whoever's the first person that joins will hopefully like if I can make a system where like they become the master and then all the updates ping off them and then it changes to the master of the instance and stuff and new master, yeah, like you know what I mean. um Something like that. Okay. So that should just be set up now, ideally working. Which I mean we still have to test it in game. uh Although it'll be a kind of, I mean, I guess we could, I guess we could kind of test it in game. You know what? We could. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna try and test this because we could just trigger it in the scene view through this, I believe, or something like that. It's kind of tricky, but we can make it work. So I'll see. I hope client sim is re-enabled. Sometimes the client sim up here gets like disabled for some reason. By the way, client sim is actually baked into the SDK now. It used to be a separate package, but now they actually have it like directly baked into the VCC Pro packaging. Ah, there we go. Okay, so okay, so everything's enabled right now, which is fine. Um, well, I say fine, but technically it's set to default weather, and then okay, so then that should, yeah. See, this is the thing is that what I need to do is I need to set the default weather to have everything like off, and then when everything's off by default in the default animation, then when it transitions to actually we could just test this real quick actually, right? So if we quickly change weather and we go back, then that should just show the change, right? Yeah. Okay, so that works. Yeah, so that you see the snow is going to stop following here in just a moment. Um Here, we're gonna disable the audio. Okay, so that works. So that transition worked just fine. That was perfect actually. Don't mind that there's no light map baking. Actually, yeah, we should be fine down here. So that worked. So that transition worked flawlessly. And then if we were to change weather again, then what we should see is the clouds coming back in. Oh, and yeah, the auroras just fucking disappeared. It's fine. That's probably the best I can do anyway. And then the particle should re-enable looping. Okay, why'd they re-enable? Also, the snow didn't turn on. That's gonna be tricky. Okay. So what is the current state of the object right now? Yeah, so it's back to snowing. Um, I think what happened is see that worked, but then it went back to here. Yeah. I think I know what's wrong, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt. Because the Aurora should not be on right now. But the thing is that I need to put it in this animation that the Auroras are not on right now, you know? That's kind of the thing. Cause like otherwise, yeah. Also the snow is not like it's looping, but it's not playing. Okay, now it's playing. Oh, see, it's like, okay, well, I thought that if I disabled and enabled looping, it would like turn it back on. See, if I could just figure out how to make it to where the particle could play and not play in the animator, that would be wonderful. Do you think I could? Jeez, okay. Do you think do you think I can just like? Oh, see, I thought that would work. I thought if I clicked like play, it would actually like do that. Hmm. The emission cycle will repeat after the duration. I guess like maybe turning looping on and then turning it off doesn't work because it like doesn't start looping again because the cycle's already done. Uh, hmm. I'm gonna be real. I have no clue how I'm supposed to do this. We could keep looping on, but we could maybe make the emission like 0. Okay, how about this? We don't turn off emission. Instead, we set that to 300 and we keep it at 300. And then when we transition to snowing to Aurora, we don't do wait. Yeah, we don't do looping. Instead, we do the emission. We do the emission, and then right about here, keep it about we keep it like 300 right here, and then we turn that down to 0, right? So what if we play this? What's this plays? Actually, we're gonna let it play for a second so that we actually like see if it actually works. So we'll give it a second to actually like fully play the animation, fully play so that all the snow is falling down. Yeah, it's rough, but I think weather would be really cool to have for the winter update. Okay, so we could play. Okay, so it's going to be transitioning to the Aurora, and then the emissions should start just going down, and hopefully it should just go to 0 emission, which I don't think it's like it's going to show here. Oh, rate over time? The number of particles emitted per second. Okay, well that should just like, it should just work, right? Because then that should just not make any more particles. Yeah, here, look, see? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So the particles will then just disappear. And then that should just be that for the particles. Okay, perfect. So that's fine. That works. And then what we need to do is when we go to Aurora's to snowing, instead of turning on looping, we go to Aurora's to snowing and we turn on this setting, and then we change this to 0. And then this is the clouds coming in, I believe. Yeah. And then we want to set this to 0. Here, we're gonna play the particle again here real quick. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of the effect I was going for. Was I wanted it to like fade in. So that should hopefully work, cuz like I said, if it's going from the auroras to snowing, then the snow is currently set to 0 emission, but then it should just ideally start to like fade in, which I think I wanted to start fading in around here. So we'd want to set this to like 0 here, and then that's when all the snow starts coming in fast. So yeah, okay. Okay, and then yeah. See, like I said, I'm thinking that we have to make it to where when the snowing animation's playing, then yeah, like the auroras are turned off, and then when the auroras are playing, then the snow. I'm gonna see if this works. We also need to make one more animation. We're just gonna call this the default weather, and this one's gonna be like the global animation. So this one's gonna be like we take all of this and we put it into the default weather, right? So what we're gonna do is yeah, so the auroras are off and their particle emissions off, all is off, and then this particle emission is set to 0, cloudiness is set to 1. No, cloudiness is set to 0. Sorry, we're gonna set it to 0 as well. So the default weather should just be like this, right? And then we're gonna need to make a transition animation from the default weather to snowing. So like what's going to happen is that uh actually yeah, we'll set you as the because that's just an empty animation anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we do that, and then like I said, this can be set to true. But we do want to have a maybe transition animation that goes between the default weather animation and the snowing, because if I just go from this animation directly to this animation, then it'll just automatically like bam, automatically turn everything on. So we need to make a transition animation from default to snowing. And then once we get to snowing, that's when like the Udon graph will determine like, oh, do we want to change the weather event every like 20 or 50, 30 minutes or so, and to get auroras eventually, or something like that, you know? So, okay, so yeah, we're gonna make a transition animation here, and we're gonna call this default to snowing. Did my music turn off? I think my music turned off. One sec. Oh yeah, we ran. Okay. Now we can't have our music off, guys. We gotta have our music back on. I gotta get comfy in my chair. One sec. Okay. See, this is why I like streaming this stuff, because it keeps me like motivated, and it keeps me focused on actually getting it done. Because if I wasn't streaming this, I would probably get distracted by watching videos and stuff. But now that I'm streaming it, it's like, okay, I can actually focus on this, which is really nice. Um, okay, so defaults. We want to take all these stats, and we want to. Well, actually, we don't even need to take all the stats. We just need to take the snowing stats. We need to default to snowing. So basically, this is set to 0. This is set to 0. And then over the course of like 10 seconds. Oh, I can copy and paste the damn thing. It'll change this to 1. It'll change this to 300. So it can be easy. Yeah, getting sidetracked can be easy. It is very easy for me to get sidetracked. That's why I like streaming this kind of stuff. Okay. So that should hopefully work. I'm gonna be honest. I hope it does. Move that over there. Move that right here. Bada bing, bada boom. And we now have the animation set up. So the transition. There we go. So now if winter is set to true, then so the udon. Okay, so imagine like this, right? This animator will just control like what's playing and what's not playing. But in order to do that, it needs to have certain conditions met in order to actually do the animation. The udon graph will be the ones that handle those conditions, because the udon graph will determine whether we play this season of weather events, or if we play like, you know, like rain weather events or whatever, you know. So that's basically how that's gonna work. So this winter boolean will be set to true depending on if the udon graph has the boolean set to true as well, which is something that I can just click on, and if it's winter, it's like, okay, it's time to do winter. Here's this. Too often happens ourselves. We'd be trying to finish something on Twitter browsing. Yeah. Twitter browsing, I scroll down sometimes. I don't know about fic reading, but I'm mainly the kind of person that like I'll just either play a game, scroll through Twitter, or I'll what was the other one? God, I already forgot. I forgot what the third thing that I did was. There's like one other thing I did. I forgot what it was. Or watch documentaries on YouTube. That's another big one. Okay, do you guys want to see if this works? I really hope it does. This doesn't need an exit time because it's just a looping animation. That doesn't need an exit time. This doesn't need an exit time. These 3 need exit times. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. So ideally, if I just click play, then it should be that no weather events are playing, and then when we enable the boolean, it should transition to that weather event, and then if we enable the trigger, it should transition again. Obviously, we'll have to test this in game, but we're probably not going to do that on stream tonight. I'm going to be honest. So close menu. Okay, so as you can tell, there are no weather events happening right now. If we go to weather, if we go to the animator and we enable winter, then if we go back, this is the big issue, is that for some reason it enables the auroras, and I don't know why, but it does enable the snow though, which is exactly what I wanted. So that's wonderful. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. Definitely not the auroras though. I don't know why the auroras keep getting enabled. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix the auroras, which I think I can just, yeah, I think I can easily fix that. It's just that we have to specify in the animation that do not play this animation, which in this case would just be um taking like all of this and just copying that and going to here. Yeah, just do that. That's it. Um and then ideally if we're doing snowing, then it will just keep that off, and then if we go to auroras, then obviously it should just actually, now that I think about it, auroras should just like boom, 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 1 1 1. I believe it's 1, right? Yeah, it should be 1. Yeah. And then the auroras to snowing, that transition's already set. Okay, that should hopefully just fix that issue. Um, a few fictions in progress. I still have a few things I need to read. Need to see if there's a new chapter of Made in Abyss. I know that much. I keep up to date with One Piece every week. So I always read the newest manga chapter. And then I haven't really touched anything in terms of reading. I do still have some anime I have to watch though, like Gundam stuff. And I don't know. I just haven't been watching a lot of shows recently. So, all right, let's see if this works. Aren't you guys excited for a weather system? I know it's so like tacky and kind of basic, but like it's, I feel like it's gonna really make things feel a bit nicer when there's like an actual weather system going on. There's already something more one could do though. True, true. Okay, there's that, and then we enable winter, and that should just enable the clouds. Yep, there's the snow coming in. There's the clouds coming in. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. That's great. I like that. Now the snow's coming in. I could even do post-processing changes if I really wanted to, but I'm gonna hold off on that for now. So now we got snow and we got the weather coming in, so now it's snowing. Um, oh, guys. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm clapping. Sorry, that was me clapping. I think it'll look cooler when we have rain as well. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting. Okay, so next thing is change weather. So now the weather should be changing. Clouds should be going away. The snow should slowly stop falling, and yep, and those will come into play. Perfect. Yeah, the snow will eventually stop falling after a little bit. I hope it does. Hopefully. I think it just takes a moment. Is it actually falling? No, it's still set to 300. Okay. Why are you still set to 3? It's probably because see, I don't know. Um I think I might know why. We're gonna find out though here. Cause like this animation should just work. Yeah, cause like this one's already here that says set to 300. And then when it goes to the Aurora transition, it should just like change that down to 0, which I think it does. I just think that when we get to the Auroras, then it also needs to make sure this is set to 0 as well. And then when we go to Auroras to snowing, then it goes from 0 and it pulls up to, yeah. And then once it goes back to snowing, then it should, yeah, okay. So that should hopefully fix that. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So we're gonna find out. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm like looking at Discord. One sec. Yeah, I'm a gamer. Ugh, okay. Okay. Um, so that's like that. Okay, cool. Awesome. Animator. We have it set to winter. Go back, close that. Clouds should start to come in. The snow should start to fall. That looks like it's working. Awesome. That's perfect, actually. Mwah! Perfect. Mamma mia. Yep. So now it should just be looping now, which it is. Yep. So now you'll just see the snow coming down, which I think looks really good. This is like the new snow I made last year that I thought turned out really well. Um, although I have been thinking about like making it so that the snow particle attaches to the player, but it's world simulated. Um, so that way, instead of having a giant particle across the entire world, I just have one particle system attached to the player that just plays like like that just does that. I have thought about that, but I haven't gotten around to adding it. Um, so yeah. Plus, there's like the whole issue of like, okay, if I have like a particle system around me and it's like dropping snow above me, um, then if I get like close to the building like this, will it spawn the particles inside of the building if I'm standing like right here, you know? Like that kind of stuff. I mean maybe, but like when you go inside the building it should just disable the particle system. Although like I said, if you're just standing like if you're just standing like right here and you have that particle system around if you have that particle system like around you, then ideally no particles should be dropping in there, but they only should be dropping out here. I don't know. Yeah, like you know what I mean? It's a weird system. I'll figure it out. Okay, so next thing, we want to change weather. There we go. All right, so now the aurora should come out now. Um, yeah, snow should stop falling here shortly, which it looks like it is. Perfect. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, this looks so good. It's so freaking good, guys. Oh my god. Perfect. Okay, wait, is the snow actually stopping falling? Oh, it's not gonna let me click it. It kind of doesn't seem like the snow's stopping. Why is the snow not stopping? Also, I can't click that. Why? Okay, your rate is like pumping up and down. Why is your rate going down? Oh, is it like... okay. There's something going on there. That's weird. I think I might know what's going on. But we're gonna find out. Okay. Animations Auroras. Is there a... Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, so it's like it was playing those okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's weird, but okay. I want to make sure there aren't like any weird default animations here. Okay, that should fix that, I think. Yeah. Okay, I see the problem. I might do a dev stream tomorrow night as well, actually. I don't if Sam doesn't stream tomorrow night, then I will probably do a dev stream tomorrow night. Um, depending on how things go. I don't know if Sam's gonna stream tomorrow night. We'll see. Because like my Thanksgiving stuff only happens like in the afternoon and stuff. So I'm usually like back home well before night. So okay. Winter. So that'll bring in the clouds. Oh guys, that just looks so good. And the snow will start to fall. Now, one thing I could do is I could just make it to where like you could set what kind of weather you want, which is kind of tempting to do in case people want like a certain aesthetic. I could just do that if I wanted to avoid like syncing the weather, but I think I'd rather like have the weather be random and let people like all see it at once. So, all right, change the weather. So now the clouds should start to go away, the aurora should start to come out, the snow should hopefully just go away here. We'll see. Gonna keep an eye on it for a moment here. It looks like it is. Yeah, it's definitely getting thinner. Yeah, okay. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's yeah. The snow's done falling, so that's good. And now you should have the two auroras out. Um. Yeah. And then lastly is that we transition back to snowing. So then the auroras will unfortunately fade away. Sadly, there's not really much I can do about that. Well, I could maybe change the animation, but I think I'll just keep it like that. But yeah, then the clouds will come in and the snow will start to fall. And once again, we are now back at snowing again. So, yeah, that should hopefully just be the whole weather system for winter. Um, I could potentially maybe have like a third weather system, which is like um a blizzard, but I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna stick with these two for now as like a basic thing. Yeah, I think we'll just do that because it turned out pretty good. So yeah, so that's the essence of the animator side of the weather system. So that should be like set up now properly. Uh, so now what this means is that so by default it'll be stuck here, but now we need to make the udon graph so that when the world starts, it will take the boolean that we set on the udon graph and then send it over um to this animator to then trigger it. So now we need to make the udon graph for for that, which I think will take a little bit of time because it's definitely going to be one of those like systems of like, okay, how am I going to set up the udon graph? Because honestly, the way I see it is, it's just going to be like timers and then flipping a coin, and then once if the coin's one side, it like sends information. It sends like a yes to the animator, or if it's another side, it sends a no to the animator. Or in this case, you know, it'll transition to snowing once we set it to winter, and then it'll flip a coin, and if the coin's like heads, then it will say, okay, send the change weather trigger, and then change the weather. And then the udon graph will like wait like however many seconds I set it to, um, and then trigger this event again. Um, and then if it's tails, then like it won't change it, and then it will repeat the cycle. But if it's heads, then it will send another the same trigger again, and then it will transition back. Yeah, so basically the udon graph is just gonna be like I gotta set up like a timer system in the udon graph, um, and whatnot, and then that should hopefully control it. And the idea, like I've said before, is I'll have like a whole nother section of the animator for like rain and stuff, like rain and clear skies. Um, and that toggle will be enabled if I set the season to be like spring or any other season that isn't winter. Um, basically. So, and hopefully that system, like I'll have to make all the animations, but it's like once I get that set up, then it's just a flip of a switch to have this system in place, and the udon graph should just be able to automatically, do all that stuff, which will be nice. Yeah, and then I guess if I make any future like updates, it's just a matter of updating the particles to scale with the system. So okay, so we're gonna stop here because it is 10:30 and I do kind of want to wind down because I got stuff tomorrow. But I got some good work done. I mean, we got the Christmas decorations kind of going. We got the snow implemented here. I think there's still a few things I need to do, like obviously put like some snow on this like these grasses and stuff, and then obviously change the can to be Sprite Cranberry. Uh, yeah, at least we got some winter decorations in the library, and most importantly, we got the weather system animator kind of going for winter. So now we just need to get the uh, udon graph part of that equation set up, and then once that's set up, ideally everything should just be modular, and then we just have to make the animations for the rain system, and then just literally plug it in, and bada bing, bada boom, we will have a somewhat working weather system, uh, which will be kind of nice. I wonder if in the future I could also make it to where like the plants might change depending on the weather, but we're not going to touch that kind of stuff yet. So, but yeah, we are going to we're gonna stop there. So I will see you guys maybe tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll do tomorrow night because it's gonna be dependent on if my friend Sam stream, because I will probably watch him if he streams. If not, then I'll probably do another dev stream and we can probably get the Udon graph set up. Um, Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back on Friday for Innkeeping since we'll be doing Innkeeping Friday. Uh, and then Saturday I'll be doing the Friendsgiving and hopefully the recording for the VR Chat Entertainment Network video. Hopefully, and then yeah, we'll definitely have bartending next week, which I don't know where we're gonna go next week. I have no idea. And then we may or may not Innkeep next Friday on the December 1st, depending on how things go. Because like I said, I got a wedding on set that Saturday, so. But yeah, good work, guys. I'll see you guys later.